Hey there, everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that might make you feel a bit uncomfortable, but it's crucial for your health: the air quality in your bedroom. You might be surprised to learn that your bedroom could be the unhealthiest room in your home, and it's not just about stale air and damp. Let's explore why this is the case, and what you can do about it. First things first, let's talk about why we spend so much time in our bedrooms. We're awake in the living room, but when we hit the hay, we're in there for about 8 hours every night. Now, imagine closing the door, shutting the windows, and turning up the heating. That's a recipe for a potentially unhealthy environment.
But why?
Well, it's all about you and your breathing. When you're awake and moving around, you're a bit like a thermostat with hands. You crack a window when the air feels stuffy, and close it when you feel cold. But this behavior changes when you fall asleep. Suddenly, you're not adjusting the temperature. You're just breathing out CO2 and moisture, and those levels can start to rise. Now, here's the interesting part. Researchers found that in more than 4 out of 5 homes, the CO2 levels in the air remained above a safe threshold throughout the night, even though more than 9 out of 10 occupants thought the air in their bedroom was good. So, what's the deal? It's all about the human factor. You see, when you're awake, you're constantly adjusting the air around you. But once you fall asleep, that correction stops. And that's when the CO2 and moisture start to build up. High levels of CO2 are a proxy for stale air, and they can have some pretty serious consequences. A study in Denmark found that when CO2 levels reach 1,800 ppm, participants' cognitive function suffered the next day, and sleep quality starts to decline even before that threshold. Now, you might be wondering, what's the deal with bedrooms? Well, it turns out that European standards allow living spaces to reach 1,350 ppm above outdoor levels, but bedrooms are restricted to just 950 ppm. For comparison, fresh outdoor air typically has CO2 levels between 420 and 450 ppm. Now, here's a shocking statistic. Between 2022 and 2025, I monitored temperature, humidity, and CO2 data in over 200 Irish rooms. And guess what? Bedrooms spent roughly 2 hours every night in winter above unhealthy CO2 levels, while the living rooms next door were just fine. The same bedrooms were healthy again during the summer, likely because people keep their windows shut in winter to stay warm and open them in summer. Now, let's talk about the health consequences. 2 sleeping adults breathe out about a pint of water a night, and that moisture can lead to some serious issues. When trapped indoors, it settles on the coldest surface, usually the window or the wall behind a wardrobe. This creates the perfect condition for mold to grow, and prolonged exposure to mold can have devastating effects. In 2020, a 2-year-old named Awaab Ishak died due to prolonged exposure to mold in a flat in Rochdale, Greater Manchester. This tragic incident led to Awaab's Law, which legally compels social landlords in England to address damp and mold within strict, fixed deadlines. Small children are the most vulnerable, as their lungs and immune systems are still developing, and they sleep longer than adults. Airing a room by opening the window clears the stale air and moisture, but it also lets the heat out. So, it's a trade-off between fresh air and warmth. Trickle vents, which are small slots built into window frames for background airflow, are often found shut after energy upgrades, and a study found that bedroom CO2 levels increased after retrofitting, with around half showing visible mold. This situation feels all too familiar. After the oil shocks of the 1970s, offices were sealed, and ventilation was cut to save fuel, leading to sick building syndrome. The occupants experienced headaches, itching eyes, and a fog that lifted only when they went home. It's the same story now, but with a twist. Nobody gets to go home from their bedroom. Energy efficient, but sick buildings often cost society far more than they save. Renters are stuck in the middle, unable to make expensive building changes. So, what can we do about this? Well, if an open window loses heat, at least keep trickle vents open and leave the bedroom door ajar to give moisture somewhere to go. One popular practice, especially in Germany, is Lüften, or house burping. It involves throwing the windows wide open for 10 to 15 minutes immediately after waking up. This rapidly purges the stale air and moisture while saving heat loss. When it's extremely cold, A dehumidifier can be a lifesaver, but they do come with a cost. Dehumidifiers cost around £90 to £300 and draw around 250 watts, costing about 6p to 9p an hour to run. Most have a humidistat that you can set to a minimum target, like 60%, which is a sensible goal for a bedroom. This machine will run until the room reaches that target, shut itself off, and wake up again when the humidity creeps back up. While none of these solutions replace a proper ventilation system, they can make a significant difference in the air you breathe at night. And the best way to prove bad air quality in your bedroom? Use an indoor air quality monitor. Seeing the hard data is often the best prompt to take action and open a window, clear a vent, or switch on a dehumidifier. So, there you have it. Your bedroom might be the unhealthiest room in your home, but with a few simple changes, you can breathe easier and improve your overall well-being. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content.
See you next time.